Hey, how's it going? I've got a couple axes I just finished up in the shop. One's a little more brute to forge than the other. But what I want to make this video real quick because, once you finish up a piece, once you put your mark on it, once it's to the point that uh, basically you want to keep it at, how do you do that? I've used different forms, different types of rust inhibitors in the past. When I was younger, it was just 3-in-1 oil or WD-40. It gummed up. It attracted grit and debris, and had a tendency to start wearing off and getting scratches on the blade, and just some form of getting mudded up or corrosion eventually. From there, went to spray silicone. That worked for a little while. We used that for a bit in the shop. You know, Eventually you would lose a barrier and you would end up with a nice smooth finish with nice, terrible, nasty rust spots. So that wasn't real cool. What I eventually settled on at this point is Renaissance wax. In fact, this one is just it's just about out. It smells kind of neat too. Cleans off your blade pretty good in the process. What I do with this particular product is I will clean my blade down, generally with some Windex or something like that, and then with some acetone. Try to get it as clean as possible. I do my marking, I clean it again, and then I rub it down with Renaissance wax, and then I buff it off a little bit. It seems to work rather well. In fact, one of the people from my shop, Jake Perry, you may know Jake from Jackhammer Creations. Jake does a lot of higher finished pieces. I do a lot more frontier, rustic, hammer marked pieces. I like to keep my stuff as rust free as possible. He likes his stuff to be just beautiful, and he does an awesome job at producing a well finished, high finished product. And he likes to use that Renaissance wax as well, which is one reason I don't have a whole hell of a lot of this left, is because everybody in the shop was using this little 65 milliliter can of Ren wax, which is still going to last me a while. But I got to show you something. This is so cool. Now, bladesmiths, gun collectors, and knife collectors, you're the ones here going to be like, wow, that is so awesome. Yeah, check this shit out. 200 milliliters compared to a 65. Now, you'll notice it's bigger, definitely girthier. Talking about the Ren wax, of course. But yeah, this is just like awesome. This stuff is great. I'm actually going to use it. I need to go through and clean all my guns, and I'm going to do a little bit of Ren wax on a few of them. I really like this stuff. The results are just awesome. If you've got antique pieces you need to preserve that patina, this does pretty well on it as well. That's my experience. Some people call it museum wax. It's some good stuff. I highly recommend it. And for those of you who work with high carbon steels like I do, one thing. Somebody takes this is a using knife. This is a skinner, and they're skinning and they're fleshing with this and cutting meat up. Well, animals' bodies are acidic and react with high carbon steels, so this won't stay shiny for long. But having some of that coating does seem to help. Or if you patina a blade and you don't want it to corrode or oxidize rather any further, this seems to work well. So I have got to get out to the shop. I'm still waiting on Kydex so I can put this online. But I've got to get out to the shop and finish up a couple pieces, get those online. Everybody have a great day, and I ask, go ahead and share this, subscribe, check it out, and if you want to see something, you say, hey man, it'd be cool if you did a video on this, or maybe you should try Rogaine because you're a bald son of a bitch. Yeah, fair. Hey, drop me a line. And check me out on Facebook, www.facebook.com/DRFWEMR Knives. And once I get the website back up and going, DustinRhodesForgeWorks.com. Everybody have a great day. Have a good one.